Over the past year, with the Russia investigation taking up most of the oxygen in the political news world, you may have heard the name Sara Carter bandied about. With Fox News' Sean Hannity focusing most of his recent attention on running a counter-narrative that the real Russia collusion was by Democrats and Hillary Clinton, and that there's an anti-Trump, pro-Clinton deep state in the FBI and DOJ that's pushing a false narrative against the president, Carter has been Hannity's go-to reporter. On a nearly nightly basis, Carter can be seen on Hannity's hit primetime program, hyping up your latest explosive report, a report that tends to serve as the factual basis of that evening's TikTok monologue by Sean. So, of course, the question arises, who exactly is Sara Carter? Carter didn't exactly come out of nowhere. Before becoming a nightly fixture on Hannity, she had built up a very solid resume of reporting, largely for right-leaning media outlets. After beginning her career with the Los Angeles News Group, Carter spent a few years with both the Washington Times and Washington Examiner as a national security correspondent, spending much of her time in the Middle East. She followed that up with a 2-year stint at The Blaze, where she served as a host of the docuseries For the Record and worked as a reporter. Much of her work there focused on national security and terrorism. It was her time writing at Sinclair-owned Circa News, however, that really pushed her into the cable news spotlight, at least among conservative media consumers. During the first months of Trump's White House tenure, Carter, along with John Solomon, who was Circa's chief creative officer at the time, published a series of reports that helped shape a narrative that the real scandal of the Russia probe involved unmasking by the intelligence community and potential anti-Trump bias at the FBI. While many of those Carter, Solomon pieces were straightforward reporting framed in a certain light to push a specific narrative, a trend developed in Carter's individual pieces since, the use of anonymous sources in reports drawing increasingly sensationalistic conclusions. Solomon left Circa in July 2017 to become executive vice president of digital video for The Hill. For example, a January 31st piece of hers said sources tell this reporter that GOP members of Congress, ex-intelligence officials and whistleblowers were expressing concern that the White House wouldn't release the Nunes memo because the FBI was pushing false allegations that the memo contains information that would harm U.S. national security. She further reported that one former intelligence official had told her that other intelligence agencies were joining the FBI in this pushback. This is of course more than a little ironic when considering how Hannity presents the reporting on his show compared to that of the mainstream media. While the Fox News host has regularly hosted both Carter and Solomon on his TV and radio programs, often in the same day, to praise them for their intrepid and vital reporting, he's simultaneously blasted outlets like CNN, The New York Times and NBC News as fake news. Why? Mostly because he argues that stories posted by those mainstream outlets are false, inaccurate and biased due to, you guessed it, their use of unnamed sources.
Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe our channel for more news videos daily and for what's viral today. Also turn on post notifications and don't miss nothing. A thumbs up really makes me blessed.